Hey Floor, how are you? I'm just making a few snacks. Oh gosh darn it, I damaged my mouth. Well, that's a bummer. Having a small snack with a strawberry ube. Not ube. Is it ube? It's a type of cake, but it's strawberry. This would go good with a cup of tea. Hey Martin. Ah, gosh darn it, I'm dropping my microphone now. I'm dying. Just dying. Ooh, that's downloaded. I can extract all. Don't worry, I just found a new game. It's definitely not any adult game that you might end up getting kidnapped. Most definitely. Let's see. Last time we did Pal World, so let's do some Water Park Simulator this time. Oh, is Digi gonna be streaming soon? No, I can't die. There's sometimes I wish I could, but life just says you must suffer. So lovely, isn't it? Doesn't seem like Digi's streaming today. Who knows, he might join us on this fine adventure. I can't remember what I was doing before. Oh gosh darn it, I have dog hair on my mic. My brother's dogs were quite cute. I enjoy spending time with my brother's dogs and my brother. His new wife is adorable. I adore her.
I might back out at the last minute, but my goal is.
Oi! Goodness, I need to go. What are you doing?
Yeah, I noticed you guys don't have tax in this state.
Oh, right, he doesn't stream on Monday. Well, actually, I believe last month, either last Monday or the Monday before that, he did stream for like an entire week. Very inconsiderate. Let's make sure. Yep, there's snacks in the snack vending machine. And there doesn't seem to be anything wrong. Aylin, get good. I see. Dang. Can't spray anyone without them being all like, oh, that's so weird. Let's make sure all the pools look good. No one has peed. No one has pooed. Child. Children these days. Which pool? Oof. I hope you guys can find him soon. It's my fault, Martin. It's because I didn't stream. Perhaps just play me on loud and he'll come running. My dude. What the heck is up with this puddle? Excuse you. Oof. Just waiting for a ticket. Alright, who pooed in the pool? Ugh. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. A pair of buildings. Hi. Can you correct me on this pronunciation? Is it Clow? Clow? Or darn it. Someone peed in the pool. I'm... Who peed in the pool? Which pool? You! No. It was you. Uh, they just left it here.
And he goes, Karen, why? And I was like, because he gets pissed off. That's what it is. And he goes, oh, I'm not really, I don't like her anymore. So, I don't know. Then she got pissed off again for having me over here.
Now we have to look at this. Oh, kitty. Like cloud and clown. Oh. Well, welcome in, Cloud. Oh, this is Water Park Simulator. It is on Steam. I'll need to get that soon. What the heck are you still doing here? My dude just said, I'm not going anywhere until you push me in. Let's make sure everything over here is repaired as well. Because I did miss some chairs. Let's see. Goodness, it's been a long day. Let's see if this needs. No. Oh my goodness, the kitty! Oh, Floor, so cute! Now let's deal with all the garbages. Let's see. That one. That one. This one. This one. No research point. We can get something new, guys. Let's see. That one's good. This one needs. This one probably does too. Well, I guess we're going for a swim. Or not.
Right? What do you do on a chair?
Let's see. So what should we get, guys? Inflatables, strong hands. Cashier level. Modern lounges. Modern toilets. We could get that, and then get this, and then we get the chlorine. Could do this. Let's get this. Oh, over here. Alright. Time to take down some steps. With that, we do have the new pools we can put in. But we also have to make sure to mop up.
Twisted pancakes, eggs, bacon. Nothing?
Alright, Flora, have a good time. Your voice acting. Sure, I guess. Can you hear me better? Usually people have to turn me off because they have their volume on low.
Okay. Tina said she wants 1 egg and 4 pieces of bacon. 1 egg and 4 pieces of bacon? Yep.
Oh, who was murdered here? It wasn't me. You can't blame me. there we are. Destroy mostly everything. I'll just go around, pick up some stuff. Oh, I can just get rid of that. Okay. Mop this. Mop that. If only cleaning worked this way. Gosh darn it, stop murdering people on my property! Now I have to clean up your mess. It wasn't one of you. No, it was all of you. You guys are just try and shut me down. Try and get me in trouble. Blame me for the accident. Yes, I know. Now for one of my favorite things to do. This. See, I believe we use this black. Is this black? Let's see. Yes. This white, I think. No. This? How was your how my I can speak English. I'm very good with English. College student, for goodness sake. How was everyone's sleep? Oh, there we are. Good as new. You know, I need snap angle. Yeah. Come now. Stop throwing a fit with me.
Yeah. That's true, Mom.
Seems it's throwing a fit with me again.
I wonder who. Here. Yep. Just disappeared into thin air. No. There's forks and. There's forks and. Three.
coins. Do. I'm trying to put it over here. No first slides. Too small. And this over here. And I know we'll need some more showers, so where should I put these? Perhaps no. This can go here. I'll put some shelves. Perhaps over here. But now that looks wrong. I'll reorganize it when I'm done. This trash can here. Something I'll put in here. for this one, we'll have a bit of decor around it. I think this.
Tavia, I need you.
Are the cats in?
I need you to see if their tags work today. I want to leave that door open.
Let's put in that bench over here. My parents aren't leaving their kids alone. Perhaps this and then this bench. No, this can go over here. A vending machine over here. I believe I'll do the floaty. We'll put in those. Alrighty. Alright. Do-do-do.
Okay, I'm going to sit at my desk for a little bit.
That is way off center. That's as good as you guys are gonna get it. I think this could go here. That leaves space right here. Maybe the showers could go here. Same time, there's that right there. Seems a bit empty. So perhaps some decor can help with that. Or perhaps we could put some lounges over there. Let's put this. At the same time, he wants to lounge around against the bin. I can always move it. Oh, here seems good. Then I can put some lounges around here. let's do black and secondary. We'll do first as red. That way we can tell what goes where. I kind of like that. It does go into the thing a bit, but it's alright. Let's just make the primary black. Goodness, it's cold for me. Oh dear goodness. So let's see. We have the blue, the red, and the black. So this one will be the white pool. Oh! Is that how you do it? I did not see that coming. So, let's do this. Ew! Ew! Ugh! Let's just make that white. So this is this primary one. Blue. Let's keep that white. Blue with this stuff there. There we are. And I know this one's red. Can make it look glass? Ooh. Turn the bottom. It is. So let's keep that one. This one we all know is black. There's the bottom. It is going to be red. I really hate these bonds. Black and silver. Ooh. Yeah, that looks a bit flashy. But I don't want the gold. I want the gold as a second. Primary is the thing, so just do dark brown. Primary seems to be better. So let's make the steps black. Oops. I think that's good. Yeah. Ugh. That was not intentional. I swear. Let's quickly go around and do that to all. Oh, bye, Flora. Have a good sleep. want this color. The light blue cool. First, let's make sure all the boards. Yep, all the boards are done. Let's not paint that. Babyish blue. Secondary thing will go for dark. No, wait. Yeah. We'll go for this. That's cute. So the light blue, the white, and let's do this one. We're running out of colors here, guys. Light pink, I guess? It's more of a beige. We could make it the teal. Huh. That looks playful. The white slide. Oh, that's cute. Although I think we need another color in there. Yeah, toilets can be like that. And I think I'll switch them to that. Right, and it will be darker for these. Let's make the blue pools. One's gonna be teal. The teal slides, the white slides. I guess I'll make these ones dark blue then. And then this one can be like a pink spots. Blue one. That's cute. I'll make the other one here, like that. The dark blue slide. I guess I'll make these ones the red slides then. This one will be the black side. Let's see. And I think that's just about it. Yep. let's save it. Save the game. That way you don't accidentally lose all that progress. And the next day has begun. I guess I'll give out some flyers. Did I hear a sneaky? Perhaps not. Are you serious? Oh, that's what I forgot. Where am I going out here? Flyers. Oh, right. I need to go. Welcome to Gamer. Lovely. I'm over here, so what? Deal with it. Gosh. Oh. Excuse you. That's what I forgot. Pool safety. Ma'am, excuse me. You're drowning? Well then stop drowning. Skill issue. Red flags are good. Someone peed in a pool? Which pool? Must be one of my other pools. What pool? also? No? Which damn pool? I can't seem to figure it out. Am I blind? Mop 15 puddles. Seriously. If you guys can't swim, don't get in the water. Which pool though? Here it is. Yeah? No? Which pool did they pee in? For goodness sake. Do I have to drain all the pools? Oh, darn it. Braylon's not. 4 hours like that. Oh, it's Espen. Senior 4 hours like that. That's being restocked as we speak. Seems these pools are being used more and more. Excuse you. Hello. Hi, lady. Where are you drowning? Where the heck are you drowning? Oh, there you are. I wouldn't have to be your hero if you wouldn't drown. Ramon. Oh my goodness. Really reminds me of the story my brother told me. Panicking on the board. Which one? Doesn't seem to be found. There you are. Okay, where did they drop the lemonade? Did she drop it out in the street? She dropped it out in the street, didn't she? Where the heck did she drop it? Okay, okay. Let's go run and repair everything. And there's one thing I know. I'm not much of a hero. I don't like people to depend on me. It's the one thing about me. I'll pick them up, but they have to walk on their own. And plus, I'm not that good of a swimmer. I sink. Like, quite literally. If you put me in a pool just to lay in it, and it's like a somewhat deep pool, I will sink. Okay, everything's fixed. Now clean everything. also need to drain all the pools. I forgot about that. After I'm done cleaning, I'll fill all the pools again. Forgot we need to repair these every once in a while. Cleanliness is on an all-time high. Right, we can get something. What should we get, guys? We can get this and maybe both of these? Yeah. We'll get this item. That's stuff. I guess we'll take out those because I want to build. Yeah. We'll take out those slides. One thing to know about me is I hate the sound of running water. Well, that's sneaky. gigantic. I may have to resituate this. This one may have to go over here to tell how large-ish it is. This can go over here. Did it go into the pool? Gosh darn it, I don't have my hammer. And my hammer's in the wall. Oh. That's trash. Gosh darn it. We'll go right into the water. And we have to put this one over here due to its large size. It's quite awkward. I may have to move the pool entirely. do the next one. That's a straightforward one, so. This one doesn't even go into the slime. So I guess I'll just keep this one as is. Gosh darn. It's quite awkward. And now this space. Actually, that's perfect. Since this has a lot of space, we can add this to cover that space. We have this here, and we'll put another garbage can to fill in there. This can be over here. Have to move this again. Let's make it look a little less. Let's make it look less awkward. I may have to bring all the decor over here. Just so I can situate the pools. Trash cans as well. We might spend all stream doing this. No one's fine. It's just these two that are kind of cool. We can bring this over here. Let's bring the porta potties over there. We have one trash can over here to make it balance out. Continue to find a place for this. Due to the awkwardness, I think this one should be over here. This one should be over here. We have to move this and this. Come now. You do merged threads, so I think it looks okay. Put this one put like this. Have this go right into it. Talk about awkward situations. Oh, so that's so we go up and launch them. Okay. How do I put this one to make it look less awkward? Perhaps this one should go over here. Then I'd have to make a pathway there. Maybe it should stay over here. Perhaps it should go to this one. Seems reasonable. Let's try that out and destroy the slides again. Well, that's sliding. Let's put you over here. Put you I do this to myself. with the awkward situation. We can put these back over here. Let's make sure the guard things are. Got to situate this one. Can be right here. Where's the other flush? Oh.
More towels?
That was quite the awkward situation.
Towels. Okay, I have a stack right here. Give me away when you're done.
Let's try this one out. Yeah, that seems good. And now we need to situate these. Hopefully. You can be right here. And be right here. No. No. We'll keep it there.
You're feeling anxious because you keep getting a phone call.
That was quite the awkward situation. But there's secondary this. No. Primary is yes, secondary is that. Now to do the white slides. So let's see which is which. We'll do red, blue, and white. So the red is on. Okay, so do primary white. Secondary, I think I'll do green. And last, I'll do blue. That looks nice. This one is the teal green. So let's see which is which. So this one,
Hey,
two,
wanna go for a walk?
okay. That one be that. Last is white. Kinda looks like water. No, not watermelon. Okay, so it's like that. So primary will be blue, dark blue. Lastly, we'll do. I feel like a beige. Not beige, it's brown. Ew! That's disgusting. What was I thinking? No, it needs to be gray. That's much better. Whew! Awkward situation avoided. Yay! Who knows? Let's try the other slimes. If I did, it's fine. I have been hit in the head bunches of times. It's not abnormal for me. My head is as, hard as a rock. It's quite hard. My siblings used to knock on it, being all like, "You there, T.K.? You there, T.K.?" I'm all like, "Okay." What's going on with my stomach? I guess it's telling me I'm hungry. Before we forget, let's save. It's already 4. So we'll go to sleep. Aw, the Betty's come to see us. Hello, Betty. Come here. No, you've come over here. Now you're doomed. She's purring. Ew. You want to say hi to Chad? Say hi to Chad. I guess not. She's only wanting to yell at me. Alrighty. How about we play a story game now? That way you guys are more interactive. Who the heck is pinging? Oh. Never mind. Folders. So, we have a few options. We can continue the last one, or we can do my night job, English, my night job, date at the cemetery, or we can do a bunch of the other ones I've downloaded so far. Don't ask me where I find these. We could do Pal World too. I need to drink some water. Probably get some food too. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have some Chex Muddy Buddies. Yum. Date at the cemetery. Alrighty. I actually have not played this one. I also have some nice ginger chews because it helps with lack of oxygen. I do not read this. Did I accidentally get it in a different language? Gosh darn it. Let me just... That's the wrong tab. That's my D&D tab. I think I downloaded the Chinese one. No, I downloaded the right one. Seems like I may have downloaded the wrong one. Oh well. I'll just re-download it. I keep downloading the Chinese version for some reason. I guess we just like Chinese. Wait, this one. Extract all. This may take a minute. Hi Newton, how are you? Watching. Oh no, I hope that gets solved soon, Newton. Yep, I downloaded the wrong one. Sometimes dating in Colorado felt harder than it had any right to be. I wonder, what should we name ourselves? Gosh, that is loud. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You'd search in places no one should ever have to search. Like speed dating with a guy who looked twice your age and still lived with in his mother's basement. Ew. That's a no-no. Mm-mm. I think if I were to date anyone that lived in their mother's basement, Martin would be all like, no, I don't approve of that. Hell, my mom would be against it as well. What game version was in what? What happened in Jackie's stream? Or maybe it was the endless void of Tinder, where every swipe led to the same dead-end conversations, where it was clear most people only wanted one thing. You really did try, honestly, but despite all your efforts, you came up empty. That was until that night. You went to some overpriced warehouse, partly with bad lighting and ear-deafening music. Not exactly your scene, but your friends had practically dragged you there. Put yourself out there, they said. Meet someone new, someone different, they said. And someone different it was. You'd just gone through a messy breakup, and let's face it, far too many nights spent single. You weren't exactly desperate. I won't want to date anyone that lives in their parents' basements either. That means they depend on me to get money. My boyfriend doesn't live in his parents' basement, but he has a health issue that causes him to, basically kind of live with his parents. He could get off, but he has saved enough money. He's on support from the government due to his health restricting him from working very hard jobs, like, what is it called? Lifting things. But he's told me, if we ever do get married, I am going to get a job. I am going to work my ass off just to make sure you are doing well. He's such a kind person. He even offered to do everything in the house if we ever do. But would have been nice. Nice to have someone to talk to. Someone to share a drink with, or maybe something more. Romantically speaking, of course. And that's how you met Avon. He looks quite cool. Though it wasn't exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Not in some. Our eyes met across the room, kind of way or love at first sight. Oh no, oh, no. You met him face first, practically body slamming him in your drunken sprint to the bathroom. Gosh darn it. Oh god, that would be me. I would run into someone so badly on the way to the bathroom. Especially when drunk. I'm quite the cheery person when drunk. I just go everywhere and anywhere, and I also need to use the restroom, and I usually tend to hang out with random people not at parties, but like when I'm drunk. Turns out that one shot too many and your lifelong lightweight status didn't mix too well. Who knew? And actually, it takes about 3 to 5 shots of vodka, 50% vodka, for me to actually be drunk. Shared billing does make it great for the long run, especially in this economy. Do you know how much houses cost these days? Damn. And meals, too. We went on a road trip to my brother's wedding, and we were in, like, an area where there were barely any restaurants. There was this one restaurant that was open, and they sold Asian food, overly priced Asian food. And, oh my goodness. Like, for 5 things off the menu, it was like $160. And it wasn't even good portions either. No, it was like a child's plate of fried rice. And it wasn't that good either. The rice was a bit overcooked, and the veggies were undercooked. It was just, ugh. I would rather... And it was cold, too. But instead of brushing you off like any other college guy would, a lot of guys brushed me off mostly, though I was mainly not interested in them. He helped. He actually helped. That's good. Hold your hair back like some knight in a slightly wrinkled flannel that's seen the wash way too many times to count. Sure, you didn't pass out on the cold tile of the bathroom floor as your lunch made its ever so grand reappearance in the toilet. You stayed until the room stopped spinning, or at least slowed down a little. Now, normally, you don't give your number out to a random guy you've only met for the duration of a bad life choice. I don't think we should be giving our numbers out to anyone. But hey. But after someone's literally held your hair while your dignity shot through your mouth, it would have kind of been rude not to. So here you are, in the car of a guy who helped you while you were involuntarily purging your stomach. What the fuck am I doing here? You must have been scowling because you were snapped out of your thoughts by a smooth, soft voice. What are you thinking about? You've got that far-off look, like an angry cat. Was it that obvious? He stifled a small laugh, glancing you over slowly. Well now, you look confused. Are you planning an escape route or something? He was always so teasing, even over text. After the party, now was no different. Oh, me? Just thinking about how we met. It was an odd way to meet a date, that's for sure. But you wanted to give it a chance. The party, right? You could barely remember your own name. Wait, what was it again? He smirked, clearly teasing you. You narrowed your eyes, but played along anyway. What is your name? What is our name? Should we use the wheel again? We're not using that name. Might as well name it. Nini. Oh, I have caps lock on. Right, Nini. Surprised you could remember it. You turned in offense, laughing in shock. Hey, first date and you're still teasing me? He chuckled and rolled his eyes, keeping one hand on the steering wheel. Putting his free hand up, he sighed in feigned defeat. Force of habit, I suppose. I'll have you know, I excel at first dates. No, I didn't know that. But that's quite the interesting name. My online name is Kyoko, but without the I. Some people try to call it Kayoko. I don't like that. At all. And hey, you haven't jumped out the car yet. So that must mean you don't mind it. Kinda like a knight in shining armor that doubles as a court jester. He said, thinking for a moment, keeping his eyes on the road now. And now I get the honor of spending the night with you. I must be on a roll. On a roll underneath the car, yeah. rolled your eyes, but couldn't help but smile, but help the smile tugging at the corner of your lips. I can read. I have English. I'm not illiterate, I think. Yeah. Kyoka Jira, I think. Kyoka Jira. Yeah, it's quite nice. His confidence was ridiculous, borderline cheesy, but charming. The soft hum of lo-fi music played in the background, easing some of the tension in your chest. Something about Avon made it easy to breathe, made you feel safe. Even from the very beginning, when most people would have just handed you napkins and walked away, he'd stuck around. He always felt genuine, even if he was practically a stranger. Say, you into lo-fi? I am actually. I am into lo-fi. Avon smiled. He seemed to like that. Nice, nice. Knew you had good taste. Of course I have good taste. Well, actually, if you look at my list, you would probably say, oh gosh, what is this girl doing? Well, I need to pause here. I will be right back. Alright, I have returned. Brought a little one with me. Say hi, Mama. Now you don't want me out? You were yelling at me like a few minutes ago. My goodness. That was quite the run. I had to pick up the cat, sit with my mom, and run downstairs just to use the restroom. Cats like to follow me everywhere. I don't enjoy that. The curse of being in a house with cats. You chuckle. Honestly, Nini, you'd be surprised how many people only listen to it for study or background noise. But I don't know. I find it calming. Helps clear the mental static a bit. You get me? Kinda. Yeah, I can see that. I smiled at him, considering his opinion. I get why you like it. He leaned back in his seat, red eyes half dozed as the mellow beat filled the dark car, head bopping gently. So, where exactly are you taking me? A slight smirk played on Avon's handsome face. You'll see. A graveyard. It's a surprise. Is he going to murder us? What have I gotten us into? A surprise? You're not about to murder me in the woods or something, are you? Oh my goodness. I swear, I did not. I quite literally just downloaded this today. I have not played it. I swear. I swear. Avon Charled at the idea. Chorchlid. What's Chorchlid? Now we have to do our research. Chortled. Ah, okay. What? No. I don't even have a weapon on me. Relax. That doesn't mean you don't have a weapon where we're going. The night breeze shifted past you as you took in your surroundings. You stared confused into the void of the familiar parking lot. Wait, is the surprise? A parking lot? I gave a nervous chuckle, trying not to seem rude. Not quite. There's that teasing tone again. We're going there. Avon pointed just beyond the parking lot. There I saw large gates and worn stone sign that read Denver, Colorado Cemetery. Of course it's the cemetery. It's the date at the cemetery. Is that the cemetery? Bingo. He looks back at me with a look of pride. You like it? What should we say? I feel like questioning him. I'm going to take off the muffler on my microphone. Let's question him. Evan's face fell flat, smile of pride gone. He gave you a quick once-over and rolled his eyes. Well, I like it. It's romantic. It's fun. In a mysterious, spooky sort of way, you know. Martin, if I don't come home by midnight, I think I'm gonna be buried in a grave with this psychopath. Think about it. Peaceful, quiet, no crowds, no vibe, just vibes. Alone. Is he flirting? That's a weird way to flirt. Oh god, he's flirting. Everyone noticed the sense of disgust on your face. Gosh darn it. And he sighed and shook his head. Just don't knock it till you try it, okay? How condescending. Well, I did just kind of judge him. You attempt to give a warm smile. Yeah, great date idea. Just us and a bunch of dead people. Okay. Great listeners. Avon gestures you to follow him. Come on. It's not as weird as it sounds. Promise. Not like you're gonna take a shovel, dig a grave, and push me down into it. He looks so excited. Is he a Grim Reaper? You and Evan walked along the mist pavement of the parking lot. You slightly behind, shoes crunching on the gravel beneath them. As you followed along, it felt as if the path got dimmer and dimmer. The gate ahead looms like it belongs in some sort of gothic novel. It all felt so off. I can see that. Though don't vampires have pale skin? But only for a moment. A small spider skitters across the toe of your shoe. You freeze, taking in a sharp breath, then continue walking, a little stiffened than before. You quickly latch on to Evan's arm without thinking. Evan stiffens in shock as he looks over to you. You okay? No! You brought me to a cemetery in the middle of the night! What do you think? Am I okay? Excuse you? Letting go in embarrassment, you sighed with a nervous chuckle. Yeah, just didn't really expect this kind of vibe tonight. I can see that. Don't you dare give me that face. His face softened slightly and gave you a gentle smile. Don't worry, I'll make sure you have a good time. Want to hold my hand? No. No, I don't. Should we make a sarcastic joke? Best choice. I'm good. No sacrificial dagger, though, to go with the vibe. Disappointed. Evan cleared his throat with a single smile. With a tight smile. Eyebrow twitching. Left it at home this time. Rookie mistake. He mumbled the last part under his breath for a moment. You wonder if he really did have a sacrificial knife. And here I thought I was being romanced by a proper spooky gentleman. You chuckle at your own joke, trying to lighten the mood. Evan sighed, rolling his eyes. He was getting tired of your sarcastic remarks. Too bad! Don't date me then! Well, sorry. It's not fancy enough. Not everyone gets exactly excited about candlelit rooftop dinners, you know. You frowned at his condescending tone. I think this is a red flag. I was joking. Hit him over the head with a shovel if I had one. You take a few steps away from him. Something Evan takes notice of but doesn't comment on. Yeah, sure, I know. So you... Wait a second. What's that? Martin, I think you're right. He might be a vampire. One that can't take a joke, but can give them. It just kind of sounded like you'd rather be somewhere else. You didn't mean to upset him. Not like this, at least. But now there's a weird edge in the air. The humor doesn't land like it usually does. Somewhere in the distance, you hear a sharp caw of a crow, making the cemetery suddenly feel colder than before. We can go if you want, he stated with an irritated edge to his voice. Oh, no, it's fine. Sorry. You fawned, trying to make the situation easier. You didn't want to make him more upset. You two continued to walk along the gravel path, the gate behind you fading into the dark. Your eyes traveled down to his chest, catching a glimpse of his necklace. You were surprised you didn't see it before. Hey, where'd you get that necklace? Evan hesitated, tensing up at the sudden question. Such a sudden interest. Well, of course, it's not like you're gonna murder me, right? Well, it was my dad's originally. As he averted his gaze, the air suddenly feels thicker. Oh, is it real? Like, genuine? Evan snorted at your question. It's not sheen or anything, if that's what you mean. It's actually from a cult. I think we better run. You stop in your tracks, taken aback by his statement. Was he in a cult? What the fuck did you get yourself into? You're in a cult? There's no fucking way, right? Evan laughed at your reaction. Genuine, but now he was slightly guarded. Not in the way that said he was self-conscious. Just as if he was avoiding a really awkward conversation. No, not me. Not by a long shot. Oh, that's good. I have things against cults, so... Well, I do run the cake cult, but that's different. We don't be all like, join this cult. No, we're all like, here, have some cake. That's a good cult. Now, I've been in worse cults. I'm not too fond of cults. He's still laughing, but my dad was. Same! Oh. And you know, the apple doesn't fall too far. I'm not in a cult, but I am a Satanist. It's not boring. Not really a red flag, but I guess it is kind of cool. That's kind of cool, honestly. Mysterious, with a dash of daddy issues. Don't we all? Evan, eh, Evan paused, watching you for a moment, as a smile slowly crept on his face. His voice was low, very amused at your response. Exactly, the vibe I was going for. Evan, laughed and leaned in close, a content smile on his face. You get it. Most people don't. They don't always like it. Somehow, you two felt closer now. Not just physically. I like people who aren't afraid of things like that. It's rare, you know. Really rare. His eyes lingered on you a second too long, as if he were weighing something behind it. Are we gonna get either drugged or is our blood going to be sucked out of us? That is the question. Alright, take a minute, guys. Get some water. He gave you a smile, one that almost felt too gentle. Honestly, that may be what I see in you. Thank you? Why I took you out here. Let's be for real. No one would just go on some date with a stranger they met 2 days ago at a warehouse party. No, they usually hook up and then separate. And sometimes they do date each other, just for the fun of it, or either to play the other. But I think you see people, you know? For some odd reason, your skin tone is making me think of steak. Now I want a steak bowl. Either that or a poke bowl. Sounds really good. Especially with seaweed. The words felt flattering, intimate, even, but there's something heavy beneath them. Really? You look at him with bright eyes. You think that about me? You smiled at his words. Useless. Unless I'm wrong, of course. You guys met at a warehouse? Now I have to ask you in the Discord about that. There's that playful tone again. I guess we'll learn that together then, won't we? Avon turned his face away, hiding behind his fringe, though you could hear his breath hitch slightly. Deciding to change the topic, you clear your throat. As you walk beside Avon, your eyes shift downward, drawn by the way his fingers toyed with the pendant around his neck. It's a St. Peter's cross dangling loosely from a blackened chain. He's pinching it between his thumb and index, rubbing it slowly.
I was asking if there's more fruits.
Currants? Cerns? Like it soothes him. But it's not the necklace that's keeping your gaze this time. It's his hand. The skin around his nails was torn raw, jagged like he'd been picking or biting at it for a while. Your hands? What happened? He freezes for a half second, just long enough for you to notice. Then he exhales a small laugh, too sharp to be casual. That. He keeps walking, but shoves his hand into his pockets as if he were a child caught with his hands in the cookie jar. I bite them sometimes when I'm stressed or thinking too much. His tone shifts slightly. It was quieter, distant, like the words are drifting somewhere darker than he's currently going to show. This sounds sus. Martin, I don't think I'll be home in time for dinner. Well, it really depends. So this is in Colorado. Doesn't Colorado get dark around 7 or 8? Maybe 9. I know here it really depends on the time of year. It doesn't get dark until like 1 or 2, maybe 3 a.m. And it's only dark for like 4 to 5 hours. You nod, the path crunching under your steps, and don't press further. You want to ask him how much. You want to ask what too much means, but something tells you don't really want the answer. So instead, you walk beside him in silence. Evan hummed softly under his breath, the pendant still swinging from his neck like a pendulum ticking down to something awful. The soft curve of the cemetery path crunched beneath your feet as the silence between your steps grew lighter. As the path faded into patchy grass, you noticed something just ahead, laid out like a dream. A blanket, snacks, and a couple of drinks, all neatly placed in a clearing between old headstones. Interesting. I mean, that is kind of romantic. I gotta admit, that is a bit romantic. You paused in front of the admittedly romantic display. Wait, was this already here? When did he have time for that? Evan glanced over with a crooked smile as if caught. Yeah, I like to be prepared. Yeah, really prepared. He doesn't have a kitchen knife in that basket, now does he? Just, curious. You stared at the picnic ahead in surprise. How long did it take him to do this? He gave you a charming smile, taking your hand, guiding you to the blanket as he sat with his legs stretched out comfortably, hands falling behind him like this was routine. He looks emo. Do all Satanists dress like this? Or do some actually dress in pink? Blender. Over the years, I've gotten used to setting things up in advance. It's a habit of mine. Sometimes I don't always get much time to plan, so when I can, I make it count. His voice dipped lower, like he was remembering something. But he didn't elaborate, and you weren't sure if it was really your place to push. You slowly sat beside him, still eyeing the picnic like setup. So, what is all this anyway? You nod to the blanket and the small spread of food and drinks laid out. Are you trying to romance me or put me into a food coma? You inch closer to Avon, getting comfortable. Evan chuckles, getting comfortable in his position, but not pulling away. A little of both, maybe. Let's see. So he's going to put me in a food coma to romance me and maybe bury me under 9 feet of dirt. What do you think is drugged, though? Evan reached out to grab a bag of chips. We've got chips, plain and spicy, sweet and sour candy, a couple homemade pastries, sweet ones, nothing fancy. Pastries? Okay, he got my heart. I'm a sucker for homemade pastries, especially if they're the good kind. My brother loves homemade sticky buns, and I actually made that for his wedding. He's all like, oh dang, now I have to gain 10 pounds just to eat that. Yeah, I tend to make sweets a lot. Oh. Letting go of the item in his hand, he taps the small cooler near the center. Then water, juice, soda, and a few energy drinks if you're into that. No, I don't like energy drinks. I actually hate energy drinks. They're not my type. You made the pastries? Alan grinned. What, you think I'm all graveyards? I can bake. A man who can bake has my heart. Okay. Okay. He chuckles to himself. Badly, but it still counts. He glanced. You glance at the food again, then back at him, an appreciative smile on your lips. This is actually really thoughtful. Like I said, I like to prepare. To be prepared. You should never forget that. True. I've known people who can't cook. Quite literally, my brother. No, thank you. Oh, dear Lord. He made mac and cheese, and we didn't have milk. So he used whipped cream. I will repeat that. He did not use milk, nor water. He used whipped cream for the mac and cheese. It was like the most horrible thing I tasted. Siblings are meowing at the cats who are being loud downstairs. So, drinks. What's your pick? I want to ask him what he'd pick. Let's do that. Well, what would you pick? He lifts a can of juice, grinning. Juice or water. Simple. Keeps the hands steady and the mind clear. Plus, energy drinks make my head hurt. Not exactly a fan. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Yeah, me and him have some stuff in common now. I hate energy drinks. He doesn't like energy drinks. And I rarely drink sodas. And it really depends on the soda. So, I will not drink Sprite. I hate Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola. They taste like soap. Root beer really depends on the brand. Mug has changed their recipe, but Dad's root beer, and it's a brand, Dad's root beer is pretty good. And then is sugarcane root beer as well. That's actually quite enjoyable. And Canada Dry sugarcane as well. And then there's alcoholic root beer. And I usually have those with ice cream. Not the Canada Dry. I just do not like many sodas. No. You couldn't hold back the look of concern on your face. He raises an eyebrow at your expression, playfully amused. I didn't expect that, did you? I think juice. Juice sounds good. You grab a can of juice and raise a brow at the label. Is this blood orange? Uh-oh. Guys? Dude, are we drinking human blood now? Are we becoming a cannibal? Is he making us into a what is, huh? I'm scared now. I'm really scared. Evan lights up slightly, clearly pleased. Of course, on theme, right? Had some extras when a friend was over at my place. Oh, so I'm an extra. Wow, thank you. That's quite kind of you. He takes his own juice can and drinks it again. And clinks it against yours. Cheers to sugar. Evan takes a long sip of his own drink, as do you. Ah, that hits the spot. You looked over the rest of the setup, eyeing the snacks laid out. Okay, be honest. Are you trying to romance or just fatten me up for a ritual sacrifice? I know blood orange is a real fruit. I've had it. But quite literally.
That's exactly what I wanted to do,
I know. And actually, blood oranges are a bit more sweeter than regular oranges. Really depends on where they're grown, though. Evan grins at your question, lounging back on his hands without breaking eye contact. Can't it be both? I think that's the best kind of romance. Sacrificing me, yay! I guess we're going down into a big graveyard house thingy to the basement area where a dead body is and a sacrificial. It's not portal. Graph? Hi, Pinka Spa. Hi, Pinka. How are you? I'm okay. What? Tomorrow, Digi, you have a I'm not Digi. Where'd the confusion come from? He waves a hand over the snacks. Alright, menu time. Huh. Y'all know. I want his pastries so bad, but should we ask him what his go-to is? Oh, does Digi have a live stream tomorrow? I believe so. Yeah. I don't like plain chips.
We can just put it in the house, or we can take it on the
the
And jump
trampoline.
outside. Okay, inside out. I need your help, Tati. Come.
I'm just watching my mom carry the trampoline out the door.
Very important question. Question important, very. You need an answer now. Are you alive? Or crap?
Hmm.
Very important.
Let's go with this.
Hacker.
Pastries. I mean, you baked. You baked? Now I have to judge you. You take one of the small, uneven pastries and raise a brow. And Avon smirks,
Get back here.
but looks a bit self-conscious. Come on now, be gentle. They were made during a
There's a pot.
psychotic episode or two. Despite his slightly concerning comment, you took a bite. It's actually really good. Soft, sweet, and surprisingly, not a crime against humanity. It's impressive for someone who sucks at baking. Evan hums, proud of himself. As time passed, you ate snacks and spoke about various things. Sometimes it was about nothing, sometimes it was about an actual topic. But overall, you both were enjoying yourselves and each other's company. You couldn't help but wonder, though, how do you even get in here? Aren't you worried about getting caught or something? You were nervous of the idea of a security guard catching you both out here. Evan chuckled, rubbing his shoulder. Not really. Trespassing's never been a big deal to me. Back when I was younger, some friends and I used to sneak into way worse places. Abandoned factories, rooftops, train yards. Evan's gaze shifted to the side for a moment. A few houses, too. He laughed to himself as if it were just a harmless nostalgia. Oh, this is Date at the Cemetery.
I like that.
It's right up here.
Yeah. I love this one. Oh my god, which kids is it?
We got into a bunch of other illegal shit. Still do, sometimes. You eyed him with a wary look, brows rising. But he just grinned wider. Relax, it's not why we're here tonight. He gestured loosely to the graves around you. I actually work here. Funeral home side of it, or morgue depending on the sound. What sounds spookier to you?
Oh,
So don't
gosh darn it, now I can't
really
listen.
care when I come in or so they don't really care when I come in or out, as long as I don't piss anyone off. You know, dig up a grave or mess with a coffin or two? He laughed again, like it was a joke. You weren't sure it was. You tilted your head, taking that in. Most people wouldn't go near a morgue. Now I have to know how to pronounce that word, let alone work in one. But he seemed unfazed. You work at a morgue? For how long? He hummed thoughtfully. 5 years. Would have started sooner, but I got caught up in things after high school. So let's see, after high school, 18, add that to 5, so he's around 23 or 24 years old. The morgue doesn't bother you? Or do you like the receptionist or something? That made him actually laugh. No. I don't. I do the full works. Embalming, cleaning, preparing, down. Gosh darn it. Down to the nitty-gritty. Death doesn't really bother me. Never has. He looked at you, and for a second, something flickered behind his eyes. It's all natural anyway. Plus, he bit his lip slightly, a strange glint in his expression. I quite like it. I think I'm about to be 9 feet underground. You like death? You hesitated. Or your job. He giggled quietly. He giggled, quiet and low, leaning back on his elbows and turning his face away from yours. Both. I wonder what his reaction would be to this. Oh, so not only are you a corpse stylist, you're like a hot grim reaper. Evan burst into genuine laughter, falling back onto the blanket with a soft thud. Ha! God, that's a first. He turned his head to look at you, a warm, if slightly wicked, grin still on his lips. It's this. Yep. Let's see if I can ever. There we are. Just getting the sun out the screen so I can actually see. But yeah, guess I am a hot ambassador of death in a way. He giggled at the idea. Is he the Grim Reaper? Martin, I think I got myself into something again. I can't really be that hero. what would you all say your favorite snack is? Well, I could ask Laura. I mean, last time you did get us kidnapped, I was doing well until we got kidnapped by the clown. And you chose that path. He giggled at the idea. I should put that on a resume. You laughed too, though part of you still wondered if he'd actually put that on his resume. The silence between you grows. It's not hostile, but cautious. You glance at him, watching the way he stared ahead, expression unreadable now. The blanket is spread out on the grass, the soft clink of drink bottles, the faint rustle of candy wrappers, and the hum of distant wild wind fill the air. Wow, all this eating has me thinking. I haven't really asked too much about you. You know, besides work and you saving my ass from further embarrassment. Evan leaned back on his hands, giving you a slow grin. Oh yeah, common hobby of mine. But besides pastries, cemeteries, and, saving drunks, he side-eyed you for a moment, stifling a laugh. I've actually got some surprises up my sleeve. I like collecting old trinkets, exploring abandoned buildings, watching banned or illegal films. Stuff like that. I really like Chex Moldy Buddies. He seemed proud of his spread of hobbies, a smile stretching on his face. You seem like a grimy type, huh? There's a low hum in Evan's throat. Actually, I really like cleaning. Like, obsessively. Back when I was still with my dad, he kinda stopped giving a damn. So I picked up around the house. I'd say it's a good hobby for a mortician, you know? Just another part of the job. Wow. Polar opposite interests, huh? You breathe a mild amusement as Evan raised a brow like you'd challenge him. What? No. I have more normal hobbies, too. He shifts, turning fully toward you, a corner of his mouth pulling into a smirk. You probably caught on that I like lo-fi earlier, but I also mess with making candles. It's pretty fun. And and I got up in the mountains pretty often to ski or snowboard. Man, do I love it. Just the wind, speed, the crunch of the snow. It's
Cat?
dangerous, sure,
Oh, thank you so
but
much.
that's what I like
I
about
see
it.
it over here. It's all sparkly.
Goodness, it's loud in the house tonight. You listened to him with interest, smiling as he spoke about his hobbies. Evan smiles back before averting his eyes. He clicks his tongue in thought, voice soft and unsure. Yeah, the mountains are kind of my thing. You tilt your head, about to respond, but Evan opens his mouth first. You cut him off. Oh, I'm sorry. He blinks, then chuckles, waving you forward to go ahead. No, go first. You nod slightly before speaking teasingly. So, candles. I never would have thought someone like you would be into making candles. Evan laughed, eyes flicking away with a sheepish smile. Yeah, the doctors say it's nice to have a soothing, calming hobby. What? He looks back at you, catching your shocked expression, then bursts into laughter. I'm joking. Rolling his eyes, he continues, his tone softer now. When I was younger, my baby sister, Arden, actually loved them. It was a nice distraction from, well, our parents constantly bickering. His fingers tapped idly on the blanket as he speaks, like he was keeping count of his thoughts. I used to just watch her and my mom make them. Evan's face loosened in melancholy. Honestly, I thought it was dumb at the time. Candles, who'd care, right? He exhales through his nose with a nostalgic smile. Then one night she had to make one for school. Show and tell. Mom was working late. Dad refused to help. So there I was in the kitchen trying to make sure she didn't get burned by the wax. He shook his head quietly, lips parting only slightly before swallowing the emotion that threatened to come out. Instead, he murmured a laugh. She's only 2 years younger than me, but I knew my parents would kill me if I let her hurt herself. So, I helped, and I just kept the hobby since then. He hummed in acknowledgement, and he coughed to wave off the lingering awkwardness. Aw. Though it wasn't awkward for you at all. He must have felt that way himself. He smiled fondly at his awkwardness, finding it endearing. You shifted uncomfortably, letting out a shiver and curling in slightly, hands wrapping around yourself as you huffed out a warm breath of air. I didn't dress as warm as I thought I did. Oh well. You laughed small, breathy, trying to downplay the visible shiver that ran up your spine. Evan snickered quietly. Well, there's an extra blanket. He reached over in front of you to grab it on the other side of the makeshift picnic and hands the soft roll of cloth to you without a burn. Gently taking it, you bring the fabric to your face, inhaling the scent without thinking about it. It was nice, soft and inviting, homey even. Unrolling it, you tug it around your shoulders, slowly cuddling into it before holding open the other end for Evan. Evan's body stiffened as he realized what you were offering. What? Get in here. Okay? He crawled over into the blanket, settling in close enough to feel each other's warmth. You couldn't help but let out a giggle at his flustered and awkward state. So, does the blanket smell nice? You look at him, face red in embarrassment. Yes, sorry. Evan chuckles. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you like it. I try to keep everything smelling nice, you know? House, car, myself, and even blankets. That? He actually washes? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He actually washes, unlike most college men. Oh my goodness. And high school. But oh my goodness. It's quite late, so I think we'll save this and go back to main menu.
Yeah, I'll pick you up. We'll see how cold it is. Hold on.
Well, I guess that's it for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. It was quite late that I started streaming. Mainly because I woke up yesterday at 5 a.m. and somewhat stayed up until 5 a.m. this morning traveling back home. Well, I hope y'all have a lovely day. Don't forget, y'all are great. Y'all are beautiful. You can do anything you put your minds to. Except for, drowning. Don't drown. I love y'all.